characterization of that is like, where's my flying car, right? Like when we think about the
Yes,
Jetsons,
exactly. Right.
when we think about the Jetsons, like there is this idea of the flying car, right? One of the graphs that really grabbed me is basically energy production, right? It seems that per capita we haven't increased as much energy production, and I think you talk a little bit about the Adams curve, right? That
Right.
the
Henry Adams curve.
yeah, exactly. One of the counter arguments to that is that, okay, look, we're getting more efficient, right? So like if we use like the cars are doing more miles per gallon and things like that. Well, cars are one example, right? Is it
No, they are
true?
not. No, they are not. Okay. And the
Uh-huh.
reason they are not is that engines, heat engines, steam engines, and then gasoline engines and so forth, have been getting more efficient for the entire time, for the past 300 years that we have had any kind of heat engines. And they have been getting more efficient faster than they are now. Okay, the whole history of mechanical engineering and engine building has had a large component of increasing efficiency in the engines. And the efficiency that we have now is not increasing as fast as it was back when James Watt was building steam engines.
Hmm.
So that's not a valid argument for the fact that we have stagnated.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the facts is that okay, like looking at the Adams curve, we stagnated, right? But like, is that preventing technological progress? I think one of the things that you talk about, is about flying cars, right? Like, is energy like production preventing some of breakthroughs that we would have otherwise?
Well, I think absolutely. I mean, one of the things about energy is that it is a key part of any industrial mechanical process. And the the fact is that when you suddenly have to start conserving energy, what you basically have to do is start doing less things. And over the course of the Industrial Revolution from 1700 to 1970, um, we did more and more things. We got better and we actually did more things. Like, for example, I'll give you a very good example. This coming month is going to be the last time any person stepped on the moon 50 years ago. All right. 50 years ago was the last time somebody stepped on the moon, starting in basically 1 month from now. So, um, and NASA's big thing is that they finally got around to launching another rocket, which I kid you not, cost as much as the entire original moon project.
Oh,
And
wow.
they've only finally got it launched, and it doesn't have any people on it. Um, okay, it so it we have completely lost the ability to put people on the moon, and they're trying, and they hope, and frankly, I hope too, that they're going to be able uh, to do that again and recapture this lost capability. But there's no argument whatsoever that it is a lost capability. It's just something we used to do and that we can't do now. Um, so uh, what instead of losing things and then going back and spending a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to reclaim them, what we should have been doing is keeping them up and doing more things and so forth. I mean, we should be rebuilding our cities and building them better and smarter. We should be rebuilding our entire transportation infrastructure. Um, we should have flying cars. We should have cities in space. We should have cities on the sea. Um, and those are just the big things. I mean, I should have a robot housemaid, right? Um, I mean, everything in the Jetsons, it was a cartoon and it was intended to be a takeoff. But the fact is that most of the stuff that you see in the Jetsons should actually be here. And now the fact is the Jetsons is really set another 50 years in the future, 2062. But it gives you some idea. I mean, basically just a way of looking and saying, ha ha, the Jetsons, but at least it gives you some idea of what it might be like if we had not stagnated.
Interesting. So